The international break is finally over. Bro, what did you do over the weekend?
I don't know, man. I think I followed our bets. That's the best I could do.
What about you, Ken? Because most of people, I doubt if they love following like the international.
The international. Nobody.
But of course, Harambee Stars won.
Harambee Stars won 4-0.
Yeah.
Uganda, the Cranes, were beaten 4-0 by Comoros.
They copied us.
In the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Tanzania were also defeated in a tournament. They are playing some friendlies in Europe.
Yeah.
And Nigeria won against Cameroon,
Yes.
2-1. And yeah, a lot of teams played, people don't follow it as much. England were beaten by Brazil.
Yeah.
Hendrick, the youngster, scoring a nice goal and dedicating the goal to Bobby Charlton. So
Tony Kroos also go back to
internationals
the team
for Germany, and they look like a machine again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good to see, but especially when it's friendlies. No one gives.
Match, and of course we aired some injuries.
Yeah, Kyle Walker, Akanji,
Maguire, the likes of Saka picking up knocks. We had several players.
But do you think they are really knocks, or it's mind game?
I feel maybe they feel now we need to rest these guys ahead of
especially
busy schedule.
Especially the schedule one that I saw was in the beginning. Saka. I don't think he's injured, and Akanji lately he's not. I don't think.
Thomas Partey
the only genuine injury I think it is for Kyle Walker, because he played and at some point he went down. He couldn't go on, and he was substituted. So we wait and see if he'll feature, and he is a big miss if he's gonna miss the next game, because my people, the next game is a big one, and we will find out what it is.
And of course, now we have Matchday 30 this weekend, and it's a double game week.
Yeah.
We'll also see the midweek other matches being played, and that is Matchday 31
on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. After the weekend, we have other Premier League matches.
It's good for United to feel now. We are playing.
Why always United?
You see, it's the biggest team in the world. So
it is. We
have to give it as a bad example. Anyway, we have several matches on Saturday. With one of the matches, I'll start with one of the teams maybe you didn't expect. And Newcastle United will be up against Westham United. And I feel it's a very good game.
Bro, I was looking at these fixtures, and that is the first match. I think it's the early kickoff on Saturday. 3:30. And I tell you what, I analyzed that game, I reanalyzed, and I still couldn't get what I wanted with this game, because I think Newcastle at home, they do well, but their form hasn't been so good, and so is West Ham, because after they won against Arsenal, their form hasn't been so good. They have been losing along the way, and even they drew. I think the last game they drew 2-2. So
was it 2-2 or 1-1? It was 1-1 against Aston Villa.
Yeah, it was 1-1 against Aston Villa. Thank you for that correction. So you see, like, come on. I also still feel like this game could end in a draw. Let's not go into deeper details, but I expect maybe, or I feel like it can end in a draw this game. How about you?
I feel the same actually, but I expect a lot of goals. I don't think those teams these are two teams which don't sit back.
Yeah.
And of course, David Moyes will try to attack.
Yeah.
And on the other end, definitely
Newcastle at home.
They've been playing well. So I expect to draw as well.
Yeah, I'll go for 1-1 because I feel like there's gonna be more goals.
Yeah.
But I'm going for 1-1 because I feel like both teams will score in this one, so that's why.
Right, at around 6 p.m. East African time, we'll see Vincent Kompany taking his team to Stamford Bridge to take on Chelsea.
Well, Chelsea fans, I remember the last time I had a correct score against Chelsea, I was putting on this jersey, and it was a game where Chelsea won 2-0 against Sheffield.
Yeah.
And now, here we are again. So, this should be an easy win for Chelsea. They have been playing well. Sometimes they concede easy goals. They score wonderful own goals. They give the opponent a chance to come back in the game. But I feel like against Burnley, they have the firepower to make sure that they overcome them. But I feel like with their defense, they always concede. And I feel like Burnley might work their ways around and they can nick in one. but Chelsea will score at least 3 goals. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 Chelsea win. How about you?
Well, I think Chelsea now, there is a little bit of understanding with the team. They play good football, sometimes they play ugly football. But all in all, we've seen the likes of Cole Palmer doing a good job. The likes of Disasi, despite of course scoring a wonderful own goal, he's doing well at the back. So once again, it's a good game. I expect good game here. And for Chelsea, they have all what it takes, unless something bad happens, because this is football. You find yourself down to a man down in the first.
You never know, because the VAR is there, and these are humans we're dealing with. A player can make a mistake and things change. But we expect that at least Chelsea should win this match.
So I'm gonna give them, I think it's close to what you've given them, close to 3-1, close to 2-1, because of course from the set pieces I expect
Burnley that can nick him
to score. So let me agree with you once again.
3-1.
3-1.
Awesome.
You said 2. I said 2-2 for Newcastle. You said 1-1. So I think Chelsea will win once again, and they move from which position?
From that position to the same position. Well, I think anytime we agree, the team usually wins. Sometimes the correct score is usually very close. So if you are betting, and especially we had it on our Saturday bet slip, so you can check our weekend bet on Saturday. We have Chelsea win as well. So and
where are they playing next weekend?
On the other week,
in the midweek,
against Manchester United on Thursday. On Thursday, Chelsea will play.
Old Trafford?
No, we are at playing at Stamford Bridge, because the first leg was at Old Trafford.
Okay.
So what do you think about this game? Because I feel it's a big game for the fans, but not a big game for the TV.
I don't know how to approach this match, to be honest. These are two teams which compete in bad things. No, I don't want to
shut up.
Bad. But in reality, Chelsea are not going in the right direction, so is Man United in the Premier League, right? But in terms of position-wise, United are better than Chelsea.
That's true.
But according to me, I always tell people, I feel Chelsea have a better project than United. And now playing at Old Trafford, I feel Manchester United...
We're playing at the Stamford Bridge.
Stamford Bridge. I feel Manchester United will get a win.
At Stamford Bridge?
Yes.
Okay.
Man United will get a win. I'm going to go for a 2-1.
A 2-1 victory
for Manchester United.
I could agree with you on this one, and not being biased against Chelsea, because I support Man United, but the form in which Manchester United have been this year, the 2024, I think they've lost only 1 match, or if it's maximum number of games that Manchester United have lost this year is 2. And I think it's Fulham and Man City. And the rest of the matches, they've been trying to win and things like that. So I expect this game is going to be a tough one, an end-to-end kind of game. And actually, also, in the bet slip section, we had it. And we said over 2.5 goals, and I said that I'm sorry for what we're going to do to Chelsea. Well, this game, it depends with, these two teams play with mood. That's what I can say. So it depends with how Chelsea will turn up and how Manchester United will turn up. In the first leg, I said the team that will make most errors is the team that will lose. And that's what happened. And in this game, it is the same thing. The team that will take their chances is the team that will win. And I don't expect my team to win. Sorry, Chelsea fans out there. I know you are at Stamford Bridge, but Manchester United, we are coming for that win. And I agree with you. 2-1.
Yes.
Manchester United.
Right. It's interesting. I just want to see first. It's a game which it will be better discussed when you see the team sheet.
For sure.
These two coaches, they keep on changing.
True.
Then later on still on Saturday, we'll see Tottenham.
Maybe before we go to Tottenham, can we finish with Manchester United?
Manchester United.
Because I think they are playing Brentford on Saturday.
Manchester United are playing Brentford on Saturday. A bit late, at around 11 p.m.
11 p.m. No, not 8:30. I don't know, but it's later in the day. Later in the day on Saturday. So those games that are played at the night, I don't like them. Especially when you're playing with who's this other guy?
There is this guy,
Ivan Toney. All of them. It's trouble. That team troubled Arsenal home and away, and it tells you that going to their stadium is not easy. So without wasting a lot of time, because we have a lot of games to predict, I still feel like Manchester United away from home are a team that are fond of having a 2-1 correct score, and that's why, and that's what I'm gonna go with again. So I feel like they can edge Brentford. Brentford will score. It's up to Manchester United to decide how many goals they score, and I feel like they can score 2 and win that game.
Well, Brentford know how to complicate things. And we saw them when they faced Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's when Ramsdale was in between the posts. And of course, there was some mixture where we saw out of nowhere they just conceded.
Yeah.
And I think once again, they had their chances, of course. Ivan Toney, that's a guy who will trouble United defense. And like you said, he should be on the score sheet. I expect Højlund to be back.
Yeah, he's back.
Fully. And then this now gives United the edge to win this match. Without a doubt, United are getting 3 points. They're not scoring more than 2 goals. So I'm gonna, once again, I don't know if today I'm agreeing with you, but
you have no option.
I'll give Manchester United a
2-1 victory. Yeah, very possible. Very possible.
Then you can go to the next match. Spurs. That is on Saturday. Spurs taking on Luton.
I think this game should be easy for Spurs. Luton are a great team. No disrespect to Luton, but they play so well, and they wait until they are lagging in the game for them to play very well and start coming back in the game, or they start so well and lose it. I have seen all of their games. Some games end even 4-4. Some games even end 3-2, and they're a scoring team.
They came so close actually to beating Bournemouth.
Yes,
4-4.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So, and even Newcastle, I think there's a game that they drew again 4-4, and you wonder how they play. But I think they're a good attacking side. They are not afraid to play anyone, and in this game they will score. I don't know, they can score once or twice, but still, I feel like the attacking prowess of Tottenham, Son and Maddison and Kulusevski will do their job, including Richarlison. I don't know if he's fit to play, but yeah, I think Tottenham should overcome Luton by scoring at least 3 goals, and that's why I'm still going for a 3-1 victory for Tottenham Hotspurs. How about you?
I feel this is a game which Luton will somehow try to shut Tottenham, but it'll be so hard for them to completely deny them the 3 points. So I'm going for a close game, which I give Tottenham a 2-1 victory.
A 2-1 victory?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Moving on Sunday, we have 2 matches, and this is the Super Sunday. But before going to Super Sunday, of course, we have a game which kicks off at 4 p.m. and this is Liverpool taking on Brighton, and this is a team which Jurgen Klopp is aware what happened last time when it looked like Liverpool on the verge of getting maximum points, but it happened, of course, the likes of Mitoma. They got a draw. What do you think about this match?
Yeah, so Liverpool are playing Brighton, 2 attacking managers. I remember last time out we got a correct score of 2-2 because the game ended in 2-2 draw as well. Well, without wasting a lot of time, I think it's time for Liverpool to bounce back from the cup defeat against Manchester United, and they will show it. Their squad is coming back slowly. Salah is back in the squad, Nunez playing most of the other time, and they have now the attack. The problem is they don't have Trent and Alisson in the defense line, so they tend to leak goals this season.
Without Trent, they tend. I see what you did there. Okay.
So that's why I think they will win this game, but it's gonna be back and forth kind of game. Brighton have not been on form, but I feel like in this game they will also score, and they could score once or twice. But I still feel like Liverpool will win this game 3-1. How about you?
I don't think Liverpool struggle that much against Brighton. And they know with 10 matches left, it's time to capitalize, pick maximum points. I know they are disappointed. There is a way that at times when you lose a match, when you're in a good streak, it might happen you continue losing more. So there is that tension which comes with it. But playing at Anfield, I don't think if Brighton will manage to beat Liverpool. And Brighton have not been doing well recently.
For sure.
And I don't know why I feel like giving Liverpool a clean sheet. 3-0.
3-0 victory. Yeah, it could be as well, because it depends with how Brighton will turn up. So either way, Liverpool should score at least 3 in this one. That's what we're thinking. That's not what we are saying it's going to happen, but that's what we think. And someone said that Nunez will finish Liverpool. He's a good finisher.
What do you mean, will finish?
So, but I tend to disagree. That boy has saved.
What do you mean?
That boy has saved Liverpool this season, bro.
Yeah.
If you watch all the games,
close to dropping points.
yeah,
He has been scoring
against Nottingham.
Yeah.
A header, last minute header against Newcastle when they were 10 men.
Yeah.
He comes in, he scores a brace.
2 goals.
How many assists has he done? I mean, no, I don't agree with people who say that he's a good finisher and he will finish Liverpool. But well, we will see this weekend. And I feel like he can score in one of these games or assist either way. But Salah has to score. Yeah. So on Wednesday or in the next match day, which is match day 31, Liverpool will be playing Sheffield United still at home.
Wow. I think Liverpool know the best they can do here is collecting those 6 points. 3 on Sunday and 3 in the midweek.
Yeah.
So Sheffield United is a team which I feel is going back to relegation.
Yeah.
They are not surviving because their football, they're trying, but the quality of the Premier League has been really tough.
Yeah, for sure.
The condition and everything which you've seen right now doesn't allow them to be in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Trust me. So this is another loss without even much discussion.
Yeah.
They're gonna lose this. I'm gonna give Liverpool 3 goals.
3 goals to nil. Yeah, I think it will surprise me if Sheffield can score in this one. It's Anfield, and I think this is now where Liverpool can keep a clean sheet. And I'm gonna give Liverpool 4 goals on this one because I'm sure, Sheffield are weak, and Liverpool might take advantage because they know that the goal difference, especially at home, they will try to score more goals when they get the chance. I mean, this is the EPL, and sometimes you score a struggling 1-0 win in this kinds of game and you get happy. But I feel like this one, they could score 4 goals. And even if you check on our Tuesday bet, we went for Liverpool -1 or something. So you got to check that bet over there. Do we have any other match on match day 30?
Sunday, Super Sunday. How can you forget? The biggest team will be traveling to Etihad.
The big what?
The biggest team. Of course, you've tested how big it is, and you know it. Because from the backstage, you always tell me, you guys, I wish United were playing like you guys.
Why are you exposing me? But,
sorry, I will not do that again.
I don't want us to play like you, but I want us to have the mentality of the players that you have right now. The work rate, the fitness levels, that's what I want. Not to play like you.
Yeah.
Because you have players that play like that because they are probably able to play like that. Our players, Garnacho wants to run with the ball, Rashford run with the ball, and we also play transition football. So not really, but I think Arsenal is a side that everyone is admiring at the moment because of how they play, especially this year and even last year. So it's a big game of football, and in these big games we usually discuss from team news, head-to-head form and stuff like that. So let's start. Team news. Sorry to Manchester City fans, we don't know if Walker will feature in this one because he got injured in the friendly.
Haaland too, picked up a
Haaland too.
Not so sure.
He's not sure.
Akanji
out, and then their keeper obviously is not gonna feature in this one. I don't think if he'll be fit to play. Their first keeper, Ederson.
That's you have you seen that image of somebody saying that's where Saka comes.
Shut up. It's a tough game, regardless of the injuries. So I think, and Grealish as well, he has been a doubt. So we don't really know if those guys will feature. But surprisingly, sometimes you find these players on the pitch and you wonder what happened. So I think those are the injuries for Manchester City. For Arsenal side?
For Arsenal, I think we saw Gabriel Jesus coming back. Martinelli is yet to feature since he picked up that knock.
Yes.
And though there was rumors that he could be fit to feature against City.
Man City,
if not available, then that's a massive blow for the Gunners. Bukayo Saka also went to the national team. England, but then again he withdrew through injury. I'm not so sure it's a man game or he picked up a knock. Uren Timber, of course, is back, but he cannot feature probably because of fitness level.
Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah, I think most of the other
I think
players,
apart from Smith Rowe
and
Fabio Vieira is back.
Yeah, so I think Arsenal side is back to fitness, most of the players, aside from the doubtful players that we have spoken about.
Yeah.
And like we have other games that are gonna play between now and the weekend. So we are not so sure because, as we know, Declan Rice is gonna captain England in
William
the next
Saliba.
match. Yeah, and Saliba will also play and things like that. So we are not so sure of what it will turn out to be, but we are hoping everyone stays because we want to watch a quality kind of football. We don't want people start saying, hey, we didn't have
Declan Rice,
Saka. We didn't have Martinelli. No, we want someone to win the league, winning the games they deserve to win and showing us the game of football that we want to see. So those are the injury news. In terms of form, well, you see it for yourself.
Yeah.
Win for the away team
for
and
the home team.
some 2 draws for the home team, which is because they drew against Chelsea and they drew against Liverpool. Yeah. So in terms of form, Arsenal are up there. And then we come to head, and I think if we base on Etihad, I can't remember the last time Arsenal won at Etihad. Yes?
Not even winning at
against Manchester City.
Etihad, beating City in the league.
In a crucial game.
Let's say around 13 matches Arsenal have, with the head, they're lucky 13. In 13 matches, they've just beaten City once.
Yeah. And that is the catch, because I feel like if Arsenal pull up their socks right now, this is the time they need to show people if they want to win the league. But again, it's a difficult game, so that is the head-to-head, as obviously because it is leaning towards the home team. And also putting in mind that Manchester City hasn't lost a game at Etihad for quite some time.
And also when Rodri is featuring.
Exactly. So as long as Rodri is playing, it's hard to get full points from Manchester City. Yeah. So that is it. And maybe we can discuss where this game is going to be won, and I'll start.
Okay.
If Saka is fit to play for Arsenal, he's been quality for Arsenal this season. He's made difference. Regardless of every other player for Arsenal making scoring goals, he's made a good difference. So I think he's very key in this game. Not only Saka, Declan Rice is very key in the midfield. He's done a lot for Arsenal this season. He's lived to his price tag, and I feel like he's also very key for Arsenal. So, but he will play anyway. I think he doesn't have an injury, and then I think Arsenal might miss Martinelli if he's not gonna feature as well. So Arsenal, the way they play, their midfield is good with the 1-2 kind of plays building up, and then once they get to the wing, that's when the results come in the middle, at the middle now. Like they can play the ball to Ben White or Kivior, and then a cross comes in, things like that. So their flanks are very important. So without Martinelli and Saka, it's going to be a problem. But I feel like it was just a hoax, especially for Saka. He'll feature, and that's where I think this game is going to be hard. Because on the other side of the pitch, Man City might miss Walker in this one. And if he's not playing, I think it's going to be trouble. So, if I have to go for the prediction of this game, I feel like Man City, with the experience, is going to be a hard game for them. Arsenal could give them food for thought. And this at a point where I felt like this game could end in a 1-1 draw or something, or a draw. But again, when you think about it, these are the games where mistakes are usually done. And if Arsenal makes mistakes, that's when they will blame themselves. That's why I think Manchester City could edge Arsenal on a 2-1 victory. How about you?
Interesting, and I love your analysis. You've talked much about Kyle Walker. Probably, if you're going to miss, you talked about Saka and availability of Martinelli. Yeah. And I feel you talked about Declan Rice.
Yes.
Those are major areas where this match will be won, actually.
Yeah.
And now, since you've already talked about that, I want to talk on the side of chances of City making mistakes, chances of Arsenal making mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Now, allow me to start with Manchester City making mistakes. One is the goalkeeping area.
Yeah.
there's that pressure which comes when you face a team like Arsenal now. And we need all to agree, Arsenal, there is that, Mikel Arteta came in and made Arsenal a competitive team.
Yep.
He brought out animals in those players. Like now you can feel Saka knows now, I can go to Old Trafford, I can go to Stamford and perform, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's when introduction of Mikel Arteta ensured the gap is closed between City and Arsenal. This is a team I'm sure you could know by that time, by right now, you could not be talking about Arsenal challenging City at Etihad.
Yeah.
And you came up to a point where you almost mentioned you feel like this match gonna end in a draw. That means how Arsenal have closed the gap.
Yep.
Not fully.
Yeah.
Listen to me, not fully. Arsenal, of course, have closed the gap, and it's a matter of going there with the right mind, and they know we can do this. Right mentality, avoid mistakes. Last time at the Emirates, last season, Arsenal lost 3-1. A game which they played so well, but at the end of the day, we saw, was it Tomiyasu
making a mistake, yeah.
So that's what you call a mistake. So one for Manchester City is at their back line. When you talk, especially, I'm talking about goalkeeping area. Too much pressure, you can do some mistakes, which Ederson maybe will not.
Yeah, as an experienced keeper who has won a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
he knows how to calm players. You see, let me, I told you I love Onana. Onana will communicate to the team. So at some point he'll tell you do this and this, you'll feel you are calm. But when you have inexperienced goalkeeper in that area, then it means chances of maybe surviving, and sometimes you see the reaction. It matters a lot.
Yeah.
That's one. Number two, City right now, they don't have quality wingers. In the name of one is Jeremy Doku. So one thing, so this is another weakness which Man City will be having against Arsenal. So that means if Arsenal can just focus on shutting City in the midfield, leaving the wingers, then the impact will not be that much. Then press on their wingers, right? On the side of Arsenal, this is where the weakness is. And weakness number one, we've seen Saliba is one of the guys who knows how to boss around when he meets
Under pressure.
Yes. When he meets Haaland, he knows how to handle him.
Yeah.
So this is a tactic Arsenal, I feel they will deploy, and too much confidence, of course, at Etihad might cost
Issues,
Arsenal.
yeah. Penalties, referee decisions,
Yes.
things like that.
The other thing is the tempo in the midfield.
Yeah.
Right? Phil Foden, of course, will play on the wing.
Yeah.
And once again, we have Rodri, who is a master passer.
Yeah.
We have also KDB. So KDB has the chance maybe to shine over the likes of, because KDB will be facing Declan Rice in the midfield going forward. And opposite, like now for, let's say, Rodri coming up against, what do you call, the
Odegaard.
Arsenal captain, Odegaard. Right?
You don't know your captain?
So the Arsenal captain, we have so many captains, we don't depend on one. So many. So in that context, you feel like the Arsenal midfield needs to step up. Now the question is, who is starting alongside Declan Rice? Is it Partey or is it Jorginho?
I don't think they'll play Partey in this one. He might make a cameo. So most likely Jorginho will feature in this game.
Jorginho is slow with decision making. The last part which I'm going to talk about is Arsenal finishing. And that is the one and only Kai Havertz. He's a good player. He's been doing a lot for Arsenal. We saw even in Germany. Now, when you play against a team like big team, the top 6 team, you always need to be very careful. Take your chances. We've seen Kai Havertz will miss some, will score some. He needs to be a proper striker on Sunday. Against Liverpool, before Saka scored, you saw what he did. Through on goal, one-on-one with Alisson, miss. Yeah. Bounces back to Saka, who scores. So those are the areas which I'm going to talk about. And I'm done for that now. I'm going to go straight to prediction. Unless maybe you feel I've not done.
You've done everything. You have talked about everything in that game, including the inside the dressing room, how Arteta will be addressing them at halftime.
Exactly.
So give us the prediction.
So this is the prediction. It is a tough match. It is a game Arsenal can pick 1 point. It is a game Arsenal can pick even 3 points. But do they have the mentality? That's the main question. I feel Arsenal is supposed to lose this match. The worst Arsenal will get at Etihad could be a draw of 1-1.
Is it the best or the worst?
the best because
Yeah.
we know at Etihad, and you know how that stadium is. Guardiola has created some atmosphere where any team which goes, even Real Madrid will tell you these are tough stadium.
Sure.
They have a record to keep.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they are the champions.
They're the champions.
Yeah.
So I feel both teams will not keep a clean sheet, going for a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
And probably giving Arsenal a 2-1 victory at the Etihad. If you want
I tell
to
you
win
what.
trophies, if you want to win trophies,
Yeah.
you need to beat the big teams.
The big teams.
That's what Fergie and Wenger will tell you.
Used to do.
Yes.
You win the most crucial fixture.
Yes.
And whoever wins in this fixture has a big chance, because if you check the fixtures that are remaining, then you will easily see that this is one of the most deciding fixture.
Yeah.
And Liverpool will be looking towards it, watching it closely to see what happens, especially after they play Brighton.
Yeah.
We are not saying that they will win easily against Brighton, but it's a match
So
they will be playing.
Arsenal facing on, before, I went to talk about the possibility of how this
This is going to be. Arsenal are playing Luton. Just
They're
go to
playing
the
We just go to
prediction.
prediction. Against Luton, we saw Luton is a team which are troubled Arsenal. Coming back to, they're coming to Emirates, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to give Arsenal 4-0 victory.
4-0 victory against Luton.
Yeah.
I think Luton have a good playing style. They score in almost every other match. I'm going for 3-1 Arsenal win though.
Man City.
And then Man City are playing Aston Villa at home again.
This is now the time for good evening to learn. He beat City 1-0.
Yes.
And now,
Back at the Villa Park.
Yes, he's coming back. He's coming to Etihad.
Yeah.
This game could be influenced by the results over the weekend.
Of the Arsenal, yeah.
City could pick where they left if they beat Arsenal.
Yeah.
City could now say we dropped a point, 2 points. We drew with Arsenal. We need to beat Aston Villa. Or City could feel now we lost to Arsenal and we need to. So I don't see, regardless of the result on Sunday, I don't see Villa surviving this. Giving City a 3-1 victory.
3-1 victory, yeah. It could be, a game that goes 3-1, or alternatively as well, it can end in a 2-1 win for Manchester City as well. But these are two high-scoring teams, so there's no way this game is going to have 3 goals. It could be more, and I should agree with you that Man City could win this one 3-1, because Aston Villa have also been scoring for fun sometimes. Yeah, so that is how it looks.
So I want to talk about, before you go to kick tip, because I know that's where you're heading, the possibilities of how the table going to look.
That was where I was going to.
Okay, thank you. So I'll be asking you a question, you tell me. Let's assume Liverpool has a very easy fixture. Let's assume Liverpool have won.
Yeah.
So we start. A draw between Arsenal and Man City
gives Liverpool the chance to go back to the top. Because if they win against Brighton and Sheffield, then they go back to the top. If you draw and win your other game.
A loss for Arsenal?
A loss for Arsenal is
Arsenal drop to
third, because if Liverpool wins their games again, Man City will go over
2 points.
Arsenal. And then Liverpool will be number 1, Man City, then Arsenal. But if Arsenal wins, then it means they're going to give Man City a 4-point gap.
And Liverpool, if they win, they're gonna go above City.
Yes. But Liverpool are second still.
Yeah, Liverpool are second. So,
are second. So
those are the possibilities.
The possibilities.
But it's football, because we've seen there was a match where we watched City play Wigan in the FA Cup and win.
And winning.
So it is football, anything can happen. But that's it.
So
maybe we leave it to our fans. What do you think? Super Sunday, City hosting Arsenal at the Etihad. Who do you think will win?
Let us know in the comment sections the winner of this. We don't even now want the correct score. We just want to know your prediction. Who wins 3-way? Win, draw, or lose? Who wins or who draws and who loses in the comment section. And also, we had the kick tip, but it was very brief. You had 4 points, I had 2 points. Not many people played. We're going to be finding out more about kick tip in the next coming match days.
Who is Ivory Coast?
Who is Ivory Coast? Côte d'Ivoire.
Who is Ivory
Coast? So we will show here the rankings of the kick tip so far. So that is it. You're probably watching this up to this point. We know you like it, so make sure you leave that like button and a comment, especially where you are watching from, because we have fans all over: Nigeria, Uganda, Cameroon, Tanzania, UK, Australia.
We saw a guy calling us South African.
Yeah. But it is what it is. So let us know where you're watching it from. We appreciate your support. Watching this video up to now, it has been a long one, but you have been with us all through. So that is the end of our EPL preview. My name is Brian.
They call me Vincent.
And this is the Liquid Sports Show.
So you're going to see how United will fail our bet slip. You see, this team is used to doing these things. Manchester United, always. You fail me, I don't know how many times.